I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. Whether this is your first time to the channel or you've been here a lot of times, I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome. My name is Julia, and I'm with Julia Sue's Stamping. I live in Northeast Ohio, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I use only Stampin' Up! Products, so everything here is, of course, Stampin' Up! Please be sure you leave me any comments or questions that you may have, and I will do my very best to answer them for you. I recently had occasion to gift some of my cards to my mom. I wished that I had a nicer presentation when I gave her the cards. So I came back to my stamping space and came up with a solution for the next time that I am giving her some cards, because believe me, there's going to be a next time. Maybe you're the same way, and something that is really fun and easy for you to gift to someone are cards, blank cards for them to use, maybe with some postage stamps included or a pretty pen or something like that. Those are great presents to give to someone, and most people really appreciate it. So here are some great projects that you can use. There's no stamping involved in what I'm going to show you today, but you can step it up using stamping and putting sentiments onto this project if you want. That is completely up to you. I'm passionate about stamping, coloring, creating paper crafts, making cards, but most of all, I'm passionate about sharing the fun of how to do all of that with you. Let's get started. I have two sheets of paper here. This is a Misty Moonlight, and this is a thick white basic cardstock. I have the thick because this is going to be the bottom of the box and it'll be a little more substantial. I made a box very similar to this before Christmas time to gift cards for Christmas, and I had a lot thicker. It was like 2 inches on the sides. So with this one, it's just a much smaller and would hold 4 cards and envelopes very nicely, perhaps 5 or even 6 if you were feeling like stuffing the box. This sheet has been cut to be 8 inches by 6.5. And that's the same size as this, 8 inches by 6.5. I'm going to score it at 1 inch all the way around. So using the scoring tool on the paper trimmer, I'm going to only score and hopefully not accidentally cut, because I'm extremely good at doing that. And an inch over here as well, and one more edge to do an inch. Perfect. Now I'm going to take Misty Moonlight, and what I'm going to do is just the tiniest bit off an inch, so it's actually going to be 15/16. So that tiny little dit, that little dot before you get to the 1 inch mark is what I'm aiming for. And I'm going to do the last edge right here. And that's it for the paper trimmer, so I take it and set it aside. Now, using my paper snips, I'm going to cut where I have scored all the way up that side. So I think a lot of us have seen how to make boxes over the years, and then we forget that we can do this when it comes to easy gift giving and things like that. So I wanted to revisit this, and then I'm going to miter all the corners so that my box fits together a little bit better. Miter this corner as well, and then this one up here to the score line, and then I'm going to miter this edge and this little flap. Last one here, all the way up to the edge. Now I'm going to go ahead and take these little scraps, put them into my paper recycling, and do the exact same thing on the thick white cardstock. So I take it up to where the score lines meet at the little box of the corner that I made when I was scoring, and they all meet. And snip that edge as well, and that one. This one's lifted up, miter it, and then the last one all the way up and there. Perfect. Okay, setting those strips aside. Now I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm going to get all of my score lines nice and tight, folding them in, and use the bone folder to make it nice and tight. And then the last edge here. Because this isn't a very tall box where I have to worry about a lot of pressure on it, it's very easy to go ahead and use the tape runner. The seal plus is my preferred one. Maybe you just like the seal and that's fine. Or you could use glue if you want. When you are putting these together though, you'll have to hold it for a little bit or keep it together with a paper clip or something else, and then putting the edge together. All the way around all those 4 edges. A nice sturdy box. And then the same thing with this one. So you can see how quick and easy this is because I've done pretty much the absolute entire thing already. And then this side here. All right. And again, putting on the adhesive. There you go. Sometimes with the seal you have to get it started a little bit, and that's okay because it's so handy, I don't mind. Same thing if I'm using the liquid glue, I have to get it started sometimes as well, so it's just as easy for me anyway to use the seal. Everybody has a different preference on the kind of adhesive they liked. I was asking my private group last night what kind of adhesive they like, and it was really interesting the different answers that you get. Everybody's different, and that's super cool and a great reason why they make so many different kinds. Look at how well that goes on, and you've got a little bit of the white showing on there underneath. So, but it's a nice snug box and it's not going to go anywhere. So when you decorate the top, you just decorate it like you were making a card. And I'm using the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper because of all the beautiful watercolor scenes that it has. This sheet that I have here, I've cut to be 3.5 inches by 4 3/4. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of that. And I decided I wanted to frame it with something nice and dark. So this has only been cut an 1/8 inch bigger. So it's 3 5/8 inch by 4 7/8 inch. Just 1/8 of an inch bigger so that it frames this beautiful watercolor scene. And then a piece of your basic white at 4 inches by 5 1/4. To decorate the top. And you could put a sentiment on and cut it out if you wanted to, or you know, put all sorts of ribbon and things like that on. It would be really pretty to tie ribbon around the box if you wanted to. For quick and ease of showing you, I'm going to keep it really simple. Very nice. So there you have it, a really easy box. I did the same thing with a Mossy Meadow and framed it with the fresh Freesia. And in here I do have a variety of cards with matching envelopes. So it was very easy to put these in. I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've got 4 in here and they fit really well. Very easily to fit 4 different cards and envelopes in. How perfect is this going to be for gifting to somebody? So it is a smaller box. I'll bet you can find all sorts of other things that you could put inside there besides cards. How easy is it to make a box for your cards? It's probably easier than you ever thought. I've already done the math for you, so have some fun with this. Be creative, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Thanks again so much for joining me today. Please be sure you give the video a thumbs up if you would, please, and hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. All of that helps grow my small business. Remember, details of everything I used are down in the description, so please check it out. I hope you have a wonderful and crafty day. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.